Hi everyone, this video is going to show you how to install the POTBS User Content Pack onto your PC. I'm using Windows 10 64-bit system with Firefox browser and the 7-zip utility. You'll probably know best how to use whatever system you're using. There are two ways to install the user content. The file I upload will have both the user content for manual installation and a file to automate it, and that's assuming that everything is pretty much standard on your PC. If the automated system fails to install anything, please revert to the manual installation procedure at the end of the video. Thank you and enjoy the content. Okay. You should have a file accessible to you, User Content Instructions. That will tell you precisely how to actually do this, but we're going to run a video anyway just for those who can't quite get their head around it. Now the program I'm using is 7-zip. If you've got WinZip, that will work absolutely fine for manual installation only. If you want to automate it, then you will need the 7-zip program. It's completely free and we're going to run that right now. So we're going to copy our address and we're going to open up our browser. I'm using Firefox. Obviously if you guys are using Internet Explorer, Opera, Chrome, whatever, is absolutely fine. Okay, so we're going to load up the 7-zip page. All you've got to do is pick your particular system. Mine's a 64-bit and Windows 10, so this is any version of Windows. So we'll click download. Now you want to go to your download folder. On Firefox, the download link is right here. For those who don't actually have that, we're just going to open it up so you know exactly where it is. And there, downloads. And this is our file here. So we're going to automatically run that. Yes, of course, we want to allow it to make changes, otherwise it's not going to work. And if you just install it exactly where it requires, it makes life a lot easier. And that is that one done. So we can now close that. Our next step. Select this link right here. This link, please do not copy from the video. It will change periodically as and when I update the content. I will of course provide a new user content instruction text file whenever I do that. So here we're going to go straight to it. I have already signed out, so this is precisely what you should see. It says there's a problem with the preview. That's absolutely fine. If you just click download regardless, it's going to want to do something. As you can see there, works absolutely fine. I'm just going to save that file. Once again, we have it downloaded. And we're going to go back to our download folder. And this is the one right here. I have no idea why the icon just vanished, but this is precisely what we want. We're going to double click the user content folder. Now because 7-zip's already installed, it's automatically going to find it. We have every user content file. These are all these DDS files within the system. We have a pirates.ini file which is needed to keep your user content from showing after 48 hours. If you do not change this file, it will revert back. And this particular file here, the ucfc.bat file, with the automated system to put it onto your computer. So we're going to go ahead and double click that. See here, Windows protected your PC, standard firewall there. We're going to click more info and we're going to run anyway. I know it's perfectly safe, I wrote it. This is going to run through an entire series of things. If it comes up with any errors, do not worry. It should come down to this, press any key to continue, which we're going to do. All closed, all fine. What that has done is that has created your user content file. That is found under your documents, Pirates of the Burning Sea, and it is this folder right here, user content. If we now double click that, we're now going to see there's many pictures within that file. You may see it just as a list, which means you won't see any of the images, but they are all there. I like to keep it on some settings so I can actually see there's items in there. As you can see, that's all good. That is your user content created and on your system. That's all there is to that. What that file also did was it changed your pirates.ini file, so it would automatically show after the 48 hours. I will show you where that is and what that changed. So we're going to find the actual program. So under C, program files x86, this is where it would normally install. Pirates of the Burning Sea, and we are looking for the pirates, either configuration settings, or it will say pirates.ini. We're going to edit that file, and we're going to find the code that it changed. The quickest way of doing this is to select anywhere on the top line and press Ctrl and F. That brings you up the search function, and we are going to search for user content cache. All one word. I will spell it right. And there we go. So we found it. And we just want to look at that one. It should now be reading 999,909 maximum files, and the same for the maximum hours. As standard, that would read 500 maximum files and 48 maximum hours. If you have not used the automated system to do that, you will need to go into this file and change these two figures from 500 to the 999,999 and the maximum hours to 999,999 instead of 48. Otherwise, within 48 hours, it's going to erase all of your user content, and you have to do this whole process all over again. And one other thing, if you're using BitRaider to load up Pirates of the Burning Sea, this is going to override this file. So what you need to do is, in this same folder, find your Pirates of the Burning Sea executable file. You're just going to right click, and we are going to create a shortcut. That will create it right next to it, which we're now going to drag straight to the desktop. And there we have it. That is your entire user content now created, ready in-game for you to use. All you have to do is load the game, and off you go. Thank you very much. Hi. For those who have not for those who are going to manually install the user content, if you've watched the previous video or the earlier part of this video, that will show you the automated system. We're now going to show you the manual installation for it. We're going to assume that under the instructions you have already downloaded an unzip file. WinZip will work absolutely fine, of course, with this. So we're assuming you have an unzip program. You will also need this particular file again, which should by now be in your downloads folder. So we're going to show you how to do that manually. Okay, we're going to open up the downloads folder, and this is our user content that we want, which we've previously downloaded. Okay, we are going to create a folder in the right location for the user content to work. So under Documents, Pirates of the Burning Sea, this will be next to your screenshot folder. So if you know where that is, that's where you need to navigate to. We're going to create a new folder, and we are going to call it User Content. This is all lowercase, and this is all one word. As we can see, there is nothing at all in this folder at this point in time. So we'll switch back to our downloads, go into our user content, and we are going to just extract it. It's going to ask us where would we like it to be extracted to. We're going to select precisely where we want it, which was Documents, Pirates of the Burning Sea, and there we have our newly created user content folder. We'll download it there, click OK. We're extracting it all. And we're going to close this down for just a second, and we're going to go and explore that file. So documents, Pirates of the Burning Sea, user content, and as you can see we have all of our user content files in there. Any that look blank, have no fear, they really aren't. What we do need to do is, if you have manually installed this file, we need to take the UCFC file and we're going to delete that. We do not need that. We're also going to take the pirates file, and this is an updated configuration setting which you will require in order for this to not delete itself after 48 hours. I will show you two methods right now of doing this. We can go directly to the game file. So C, Program Files, x86, Pirates of the Burning Sea, and we're going to locate our pirates.ini file, and we're going to edit it. Once more we have to find the file location, so we can do that by pressing Ctrl and F and finding user content cache. Once it's highlighted in blue, we just cancel that, and we go down and you will see the maximum files are at 500, maximum hours are at 48. Now we are potentially going to be having more than 500 files that have been repaired, so we are going to change that just to its maximum, 999,999, and we're going to do exactly the same for the hours. Then we just want to save that file. That is all there is to that particular one. Now, if we return to our user content, documents, Pirates of the Burning Sea, user content. The other way of doing that, instead of changing that particular file, is we just right click this and we are going to cut the file. Then we are going to go back to our game file, Pirates of the Burning Sea. Once we are in this one, all we do is right click and we're going to paste. It's going to ask us, do we want to override it? And yes, we want to replace the file in the destination. You do not have to do this if you have manually changed it. If you have not manually changed it, you don't quite know how to do it, just paste that file into there, overwrite it, and it will automatically put those right configuration settings in for you. Okay, we're going to go back to our there it is, user content, and as you can see that one has now disappeared, and at this point we are all ready to go again. Please do make sure that you do not run Pirates of the Burning Sea through Bitrader as explained earlier. Every time you do that, it is going to overwrite all your settings and revert them back to the way it was, and of course nobody wants that. If you are merely upgrading your existing user content with the latest pack, all you require is, under your downloads folder, you can do exactly the same again if you so wish. Either extract them all to the same location. We're going to do that just for your benefit. I can't find it. Documents, Pirates of the Burning Sea, user content, and it's going to ask us if we want to overwrite these. If you're upgrading, always click yes to all. This is going to upgrade it with the latest files, and it's going to override anything that was previously there. We will not remove any files unless they have been requested to be removed from the owner, or if they have requested to be changed slightly in any way. So it is important that you do overwrite these files. Again, once you have overwritten them, if you're doing it manually, then within your file you will need to remove the two extras that were there. So that's the pirates.ini file that you do not need to overwrite. So we're just going to delete that one, and we're going to delete the UCFC file. We do not need that one either. If you want to automatically upgrade it, exactly the same thing applies again. You're just going to download the user content file from the location given in the user content instructions text, and all we're going to do is do exactly the same. Double click. We're going to double click our UCFC file. We're going to have exactly the same issue there. Run anyway, and we now see we've got a bit of a difference there, and it's asking, do we want to replace it? We have yes, no, always, skip all, auto, rename all, or quit. We are going to always overwrite, so we just want to press A and then enter. That's going to overwrite every file in there with the latest content pack. Once all that is done, please go back to your download folder and delete that user content folder. We're not going to use that again. You will always be able to find the latest given at any given point. Just please do ask or check on the League of Nations Discord, the POTBS forums, or just ask somebody in game if they have the link for it, and we'll provide you a new link for the latest content. We will be upgrading once a month, I would assume, and that is entirely dependent on if anyone does actually have content. If you do, that would be great. Do let me know in game. Do let me know on Discord if you have any content that has not yet been unlocked, or if you have any screenshots or any descriptions of currently unlocked files or currently not found files. In order to use any sale within the game, you do need to own it in your inventory. You will need to ask around, find out if anyone actually has that particular sale that you like. So if you see somebody sailing with a sale that you like, you can always ask them for it. They can loan you the sale temporarily. You can apply it to your ship and return it straight to them. The sale will stay on your ship until such point as you either sink all of your durability on that ship, or until you attempt to change anything of the sail pattern at all, and then it will revert and you will lose that pattern. If you have the pattern on your inventory at all times, it won't make any difference. You can use it on any ship at any time. The pattern will stay. All patterns that have been recreated are all fully customizable with different colours. Do feel free to play around with any of those. Do feel free to submit your own changes if you own a sail pattern to me, and we will certainly do our best to change it to a slightly better format for you. Thank you very much. Have fun.